This video, we're going to take a quick look at the slant concept that we saw from this past year. Some single receiver, two receiver, three receiver, all that stuff, and touch on a few of the coaching points. And of course, slant is one of those plays and concepts where you can put into basically any offense, whether you're wing tee, flex bone, spread, whatever it is. You can always use this. Well, I said unless you're dead tee, two tight ends, then you're probably not going to be running just a ton of slants. But either way, you're going to have some good coaching points. We're going to jump right in, look at some clips from this past season. First thing we're looking at is just single side slant. And right here, as you're looking at it, Illinois has their bunch over here, single here to the field, too high. Look, there's another safety right here. And maybe they know on film that they roll to the bunch. There's a ton of space right there to win on slant. So right here, you can see why Illinois want to take advantage of that. And when you play this through, as you see, it started off press. So this receiver, he looked like he's going to have a little bit of a stutter and a stick, but right there, whenever he takes off, opens his hips and runs, step on his toes, speed up, try to get him to back up a bit more, then speed cut that in. So right there, he started with the plan that he's going to have to beat press, and then when he gives ground, take off, 1, 2, 3, stick your foot on the ground and get as flat as you need to make sure you beat the safety. The ball's already getting out right there. Quarterback, as you see, always punch, plant, the ball out, maybe even a little bit late right here, getting this ball out here by Altmaier, but you can see what they're taking advantage of, speed cut, get it to him before that safety, and you'd like to get that ball a little bit quicker right there for Altmaier. Same game right here, Penn State again. They've got their bunch here to the boundary. One high look. Obviously, it's going to be cover one based on what we're seeing here. Looks like a little bit of pressure. I bet the quarterback gets the ball out a little bit quicker, feeling this pressure. And you see punch plant, feet are ready, rips it out there. Got a guy free here as well. You got a guy coming hot, which is fine. Got to get the ball out, and that's what he does right here. So this is a good throw and catch here against a hot receiver. One high, you know you're getting pressed. And on this one, a little bit different since he stays pressed instead of giving ground, and he jumps outside leverage. So this is a really good job. So he comes square, outside leverage. I'm going to restack and lean against him, just like a V-cut in basketball, and then I'm going to work in underneath that safety. So again, you see he works inside, but then he's going to lean back against him, put your foot on the ground, get back inside, create that space like a V-cut in basketball. Be patient yet sudden right there. 6 foot on the ground, be ready for the football, catch the ball with our hands, attack it. Don't give ground, let that DB beat you to the football. I got to look right here. Penn State, 4 receivers over here to the wide side of the field, single receiver, and looks like USC's playing some sort of man-to-man here, and really good release here by the outside receiver. Comes to bounce, sticks it like he's going fade, and once he gets his shoulders open, puts his foot back in the ground, gets across face, he really crosses him up. So great route, great suddenness right there by the receiver. Got tons of space right there, slant, singled up, add a quad. So this is a great job here of just kind of that coaching point of be patient yet sudden, and that's what we have right here. So he's patient, boom, he gets him square, makes it like he's going fade, boom, then the suddenness of putting his foot back in the ground, getting back inside. Great route right there, easy throw and catch, and a big time win right there on a 1-on-1 against USC for Penn State. Here's another look here of the same game, but this time USC's the team running slant. They got a wide bunch here to the field, single receiver again, man-to-man here on the goal line. On this one, I thought this was a really good adjustment here. He probably has a game plan to restack this, but really the DB jumps outside and then double hand jams instead of just offhand jam on that, and then he crosses his face. Now there's just way too much speed. So not just great here by the DB as far as fundamentals, but then the receiver, I'd say he just gave him his chest here instead of ripping or being violent with the swim or the rip, whatever it is. You got to be more violent. Right there, he just avoids just enough, beats him to the inside. Tons of space there. DB just jumping outside. You got to avoid contact when you can, but then you got to be strong through contact to finish, and that's what happened right there for the receiver, USC for a touchdown. Another look right here of 3-by-1 going man-to-man, and they swing the back basically to 4 receiver side, and it looks like man-to-man here. This is Indiana against Notre Dame, and just really, again, outside leverage by these corners. So I think this, if they continue to get outside leverage on these man-to-man routes to the single, we got to keep running these slants, and that's what happens right here. So he sticks at his leverage, so he does have outside leverage, so I'm going to go at him, try to get him to widen. He sticks. You got to be strong through contact right there. A little bit better job right here avoiding contact from the last clip. Rip through to the inside. Nobody's left because they blitzed the middle of the field. Easy throwing catch. Good job running away. And right here, as you're looking at it, again, you're getting pretty flat. So against man-to-man, you're almost breaking this like a square in. Don't really want to give a bunch of ground and let him undercut it. So right there, getting flat, beating the DB to the ball. And now, once you got the ball in space, that's all you're looking for. And it's only about a 4 or 5 yard route, but right there, you continue to get about 6, 7 more yards. Turns into an explosive play there. Just on a 3-step slant on 3rd and 9. This is a look right here in the Rose Bowl, Oregon against Ohio State, and of course trips here to the field. They're going slant here to Jeremiah Smith, probably one of the best receivers in the country. Well, not probably, one of the best receivers, if not the best receiver in the country. And right here on this one, interesting look here from Oregon. Looks like he's trying to play like cover 2 corner. He's trying to get over the top, make it 2-on-1. So anytime they were trying to make 2-on-1, have a guy in the flats, have a guy over the top, they're able to win with a slant here because he's keeping outside leverage like cover 2 corner. So he presses his leverage and then he sticks it in the ground and he wins to the inside. And of course, big body receiver, put it on his body, good hand and catch, and falling forward for an extra 3 or 4. But right there, as you see, don't have to just throw fades to this guy or throw fades to the guy that's your number one. Sometimes they'll try to play that bracket coverage or play cover two basically on them and put 2 on 1. A lot of times you can win to the inside and take that completion. Just get easy completion and make those guys tackle. That's what happens right there. Easy first down for Ohio State on 3rd and 8. No look here to the single. Buzzing his feet to the outside, sticks his foot in the ground. Once his hips get open, again, it's one of those things you got to work this a lot. Once his hips get open or he's jumping, as you see the DB hop. Once he hops, now you can change direction and you should have some space. That's what happens right here on this. Again, one of the best receivers in the country, winning your one-on-one. That's what happens right here. Again, if those DBs are hopping instead of buzzing their feet, that's when you can create that space. So right there, just a little bit of stutter, working to the outside. And again, as you see, once he hops, the suddenness and being able to break there for the receiver is what creates the space. Here's a look from Ole Miss that I really got on here for one reason. And of course, corner playing off, safety trying to fly over the top here. And really, when you look at the break, the DB is breaking that upfield shoulder. And the slant runner has got to get as flat as possible to beat the DB to the football. So right there, he gets flat, basically turns into a square in, and is just able to beat him to the ball. Not the most accurate, though. Definitely don't want to miss high, working in or off the body. And that's what happens right here. But receiver goes up, makes a play. He's able to beat the DB to the ball. So right there, you got to coach those receivers. Hey, we got to attack the football. If you wait on the football, a lot of times that DB's breaking, and he's going to either make a pick or knock it down. So you got to attack it every single time the ball's in the air. We're going to look at some 2x2 looks or where you got a double slant and different ways that teams have ran it, created space, and when they want to run as well. Very against Ohio State, Michigan. Looks like cover one high look. They actually motion stack out here. One step. Whenever we talk about the inside guy, typically it's going to be one step across his face. If you beat him across or he just disappears like he's zone dropping, get skinny, slow down a little bit, stay away from that inside linebacker. Outside receiver, you're treating it just like you do on the single. So 3 steps, play with pace. You know, sometimes you're going to change up that pace, especially if you get pressed. Right here, they motion out, got an off corner, and I think right here they just play fast. So you're looking at the tight end, bumps out a little bit. 1, 2, 3. There was the first slant. All right, he's chasing hard. That's going to create space here to the inside. Just went 3 steps. Speed cut that. There's a lot of space whenever he motioned back out. Late to adjust to it there. I don't know if that's a safety or a linebacker that moved out there with him. But either way, once he hits that 3rd step, getting skinny, got to beat the corner to the football. Right there, catch it. Great throw right here by the quarterback. I know that the Michigan quarterback was having some issues last year, but right here on this slant, throw a good spot on his body, letting him use his body between the defender to make the play right here. This is on a 2nd and 7. Pretty solid play here. Again, double slants, motion out of stack, get to that 2x2 look. Same game, just other team right here, 2x2. And on this one, they actually run 3 steps here from the inside, 1, 2, 3, crossing his face. This is a great call against 2 high look right here. Looks almost like a quarters, maybe a 2-man. On a 3rd and 1, for some reason, they're playing basically a 2-man. But either way, right here, 1, 2, 3. If you like it right there, take it. If not, I'm going to reset outside. And right here, corner stays flat-footed. But right there, the receiver knows I've got to get this flat, beat the cornerback to the football, and does a great job right there extending. If he doesn't extend his hands and he's waiting for this ball right here on his body, this thing's going to get knocked down because the DB's breaking hard. So right there, great job. Just breaking flat. You got to extend so you can catch the football and not get it knocked down. You got to anticipate there's going to be a contested catch, especially from the backside, and you got to beat the defender to the ball right there, and that's what they do for a first down right there on 3rd and 1 by Ohio State. National championship game right here, Notre Dame against Ohio State. They're throwing it over here to the bottom side, double slants. He actually goes 3 steps, tries to cross the face, and right there you got an off corner. This is on a 2nd and 10. So there you see how hard Downs is breaking. He's breaking so hard, trying to make sure you can't complete this throw right here. Quarterback resets his feet. He's throwing the ball outside against an off corner, and right there you see how far he's playing off. So I'd assume he probably got off the ball really hard and then broke that thing flat. Got him to back up or at least pause right there, staying deep for an easy completion on the 2nd and 10. Getting up close to the first down. Again, double slant versus those off corners. Take your completions, make those guys tackle. So this is a really good look here. Looks like a 1 high, cover 1 right here, 1 step right here by Restrepo. And then the outside receiver, just watch the suddenness and the creativity that he has. He stutters off the ball right there. He comes to balance, and he bursts like he's about to go fade. So right here, he bursts, and once he gets his shoulders open and gets him to cross over, the suddenness, put his foot in the ground, get flat. Right there's on a 3rd and 3, and good throw here by Ward, obviously. I mean, Ward's a freak as far as his accuracy, and right there puts it exactly where you want it. You want it right on his body. Of course, love to extend just in case it's a little bit tighter, but he had him beat so bad. He let it get into his body and still able to make the play. But really good route here. Of course, comes to bounce. Burst, playing with a little bit of pace, puts his foot in the ground, gets back flat, gets friendly to the football. Easy throwing catch right there, but of course the route made that an easy throwing catch. Really similar look here. Again, Miami, this time they were in a stack look, motion out to 2x2, still cover 1. And of course, you're going to look inside receiver first. Don't like it. 1 step, he's crossing his face. He's open in that space. Tries to go fade. Patience right here by this DB. If he's that patient, a lot of times I'd try to double move and go score or whatever. But right there, he gets across his face. Sometimes that guy's playing the route. and you just got to find a way. And that's what they do right here. This is on a 4th and 3, so a pretty crucial play right here. They're already down 25. This is a big play in this game. I mean, if you don't get this first down, this might be a ball game right here. But right there, boom, you got to fight across face. No matter how flat you got to get, I got to get across. Ward puts the ball where it's got to be on his body and low so he can protect it and get down and make the play. That's what happens right here. Good throw and catch. Good job fighting across that DB's face who was sitting on that route. 2x2 here again. Looks like a cover 1 look. Inside receiver here. He shakes. He breaks to the middle of the field. Don't like it. You probably could put that on his body right there if you really like that throw. But instead he resets to the outside. And all they're doing is playing fast. The corner's playing off. 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to speed cut it. Get as flat as I need to based on how that corner's playing. 1, 2, 3. Speed cuts it. I'm going to get friendly to the quarterback. And of course, Jackson Dart ripping that thing to him. And right here, if he doesn't extend and snatch the ball with his hands, that guy should be running right through his shoulder. Of course, don't want to miss high. Don't want to miss off the body on these slants. You want to put it on their body. And if you're going to miss, you want to miss low. But right there, good receiver makes a play. Playing with speed against that off corner. Snatching with his hand. A couple things to look at on this play. Quarterback even ends up coming over here. But what I would kind of anticipate if I could, if I know that they're rolling here, this guy's got to roll extremely hard. If I'm getting a blitz or I want to replace the blitz with a football, and right there, doesn't roll hard enough, I would rather throw the ball right here to the slot, make this guy tackle or roll harder. He's got to roll and get down there and stop these double slants or we're going to take it. But right here, they're rolling to a cover 3, and we're looking over here to the right side. And, of course, corner's playing way too far off. He's slanting in. Once he breaks on it, there's way too much space here. Just an easy throw and catch right there for Will Howard. Not the most accurate ball. It's a little bit high. Of course, you get it to your dog right there, and he's going to fall forward. Get you close to first down on 2nd and 10. But, again, I'd rather replace the blitz with a football, make this guy roll a little bit harder than go here on this side. A little bit different look here. Motion to empty. So they motion right here. You got 3 receivers over here, and they're running just a quick screen. He's going to block the corner, and they're running double slants over here. Quarterback's just picking which side they like, and right here on this one, Dart doesn't like the numbers to the trips. Still could have thrown that. It's on 3rd and 6, so he goes over to the field. 1 step, and he's trying to cross his face, and you got the outside guy with basically an off corner. There's the window you're trying to throw through. So accurate ball. Puts it on his face mask so he can make something happen after he catches it, and of course he makes the guy miss. So right there, really good concept. Away, typically to the 2 receiver side, away from trips and empty. Get something over here where if they don't match the numbers, you flip it over here. But if you don't like it now, you can go double slant to the 2 receiver side. Is a really good concept at empty. This is a look here of A&M. I think they're running sort of a snag over here on this side. They get the back out, they get full back, all that, and then they're running a slant here to the back side. And of course, hey, replace the blitz with the football. Anytime you're getting a blitz and you got slants, replace with the ball, and that's what they do right there. Easy throwing catch, puts it on his body, and now again that guy's supposed to roll down, has to make a tackle, and I mean 15 yards is a pretty good play right there. Just make those guys tackle, replace the blitz with the football as many times as you can. Run double slants over here on this side, and again I feel like this inside slant should be the throw. Getting a blitz, the guy who rolled down is playing off and he's giving ground. Put the ball right there right now, make those guys tackle the very first read, but instead he throws it to the outside, and right here, great catch by the receiver. I mean, he has to stop his body, stops his momentum. He beats him to the inside very easily, but then stopping his body to make that play is huge. Of course, if I'm coaching this guy, hey, don't miss your first read. Give it to the first slant whenever you can, 2, 3, even though he's going 3-step. Give it to him right now and make that guy tackle. Then we're going to take a look at 3x1 whenever they throw slants to 3x1. And right here, Indiana against Notre Dame looks like, again, cover 1. Of course, Notre Dame loves to play man-to-man. And right here on this one, first guy inside, just 1 step, I'm crossing his face. He's trying to get him to vacate right there. 3 steps. So right there would be 1 in case we're hot. Then 2, 3 right there to the outside. And we'll see kind of how it plays out here. And of course, 1, he's breaking hard, don't like it. Let's reset to the outside. And right there, 1, 2, 3, sticks it. It's getting flat. And you can see how much space there is between the receiver and the defender. Put that thing on his body. Good throw and catch right there. Again, the ball gets out quickly. There's a chance for multiple options here. Only 1 guy has to win against man-to-man. So I think this is a really good concept. Cover 1, zone. Either way, this is a really solid concept against any coverage. Here's a look again against cover 1 for Boise against Penn State. Again, 1 step, the first guy inside, 1, 2, 3, trying to get him to back up, then breaks across his face. And this one to a tight end, puts it on his face mask, tight coverage, and they make a tackle right here on 3rd and 8, get him down short of the sticks. But obviously, there's enough space there to get completions. 1, 2, 3. Get as friendly to the quarterback as possible. Extend your hands. Know that you're going to get a contested catch. And right there, just fighting for the first down, coming up just a bit short. But again, great concept right there at 3 receivers as well. All right, on this one against Tennessee, Oklahoma, they got a guy outside. He's running a go, but there's just double slants here to the inside receivers. So you got to fade to the outside and then double slants. 1 step across his face. This guy, again, play with pace. Treat this almost like the outside receiver. You got time to get open, and that's what they do right here. Again, you can see him stuttering these sticks. He got his hips open. Reading that defender here. Once his hips open up, I'm going to get across his face, and that's what happens. Easy throw and catch. I mean, explosive play right there. Throwing to the slot receiver, running basically like you would on the outside slant from that slot receiver. So this is a great great concept. Again, they ran all these triple slants against cover one, and that's what they were able to beat Tennessee here. Once his hips got open, really broke across his face hard, even though there's not much of a contest right here because he's able to catch it with his body. But right there, too much space, easy job. That guy's probably not as used or as good as playing man-to-man on those slants as the outside guys. That's probably the reason why he's not a starting outside corner. This might be a nickel guy or whatever. He's, that third best DB. So a lot of times you can match your better guy up in the slots against their third, fourth, fifth best cover guy and take advantage of it like Oklahoma does right here against Tennessee. So slants can be a part of any offense. I really think it's one of those things you work it a lot and you're going to get high mileage out of it. You got to call it, though. I mean, it's one of those things you can't be afraid to throw these slants. You got to work it a ton. But then whenever you do get good at it, it replaces blitzes. It slows people down. And it's easy completions and easy yards against any coverage. So I really like double slants, triple slants, single slant. It doesn't matter. Those guys break into the end. Once they get good at it, it's really hard to stop. If you made this point of the video, I suggest you checking out some of our coaching resources, coachcaviar.com, or you can go to Amazon and find our books. We have a game planning book. We also have a hurry up no huddle book, and also a book on just bunch and how many teams have run in bunch and the different concepts that they've been running out of it. So really appreciate you guys taking a look at those resources and watching to this point, and we'll see you guys again in the next video.